Thank you, Brian Mugambi, for that report. Now to another story still on the Interior Ministry. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has proposed a raft of measures aimed at bringing back the sanity on the roads after the recent surge in road carnage witnessed across the country. While appearing before the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure, Kindiki proposed a raft of changes in the issuance of driving licenses, including the introduction of an age limit, as Nelias Wanjiru reports.
In a bid to curb down the high cases of road accident in the country, the government is now considering introducing an age limit for DL holders, a move that could see Kenyans above a certain age blocked from driving. According to Interior CS Kithure Kindiki, in some countries, citizens above 70 years old are restricted into being passengers strictly owing to the concentration that is needed while driving.
The last 17 months I've been in this space. I have come to be increasingly persuaded that before we talk about additional support, either of equipment or of financial nature to do programs, using even what we have, we can achieve a lot. So I would rather to categorize the issue of empowering. I know it's there in my statement. We need to facilitate Mary Omari and the team and the traffic people a little bit. I agree. We need also to bring technology in the road safety and ETC and enforcement space. But before we even reach there, if we enforce the current laws with whatever we have at the moment, and that's where we should start on Monday.
The CS has noted that the government would also be proposing the revocation of licenses for any motorist who causes death in an accident. Meanwhile, the CS has revealed that over 20,000 drivers had been arrested in the first 2 months of the year. Kindiki noted that the arrests were affected during operations that were conducted on various roads and highways across the country this year.
My brother CS Murkomen, and in the spirit of collective responsibility, I can commit to the House that within 60 days the executive will have finalized the submission of the legislative proposals. 60 days maximum to allow the finalization of the processes that remain. Other than that, insurance cover, yes, renewal of insurance should be tied to accident history, and automation of ticketing in total agreement.
He added that the government would intensify the operations in the coming days and weed out drivers flouting traffic rules such as driving while intoxicated. CS Kindiki highlighted that traffic accidents are a national catastrophe that must be dealt with as a priority through strict enforcement of traffic laws as outlined in the Section 69 of the Traffic Act. Next week, the Ministries of Interior and National Administration in Transport and Infrastructure will unveil nationwide enforcement measures that will be comprehensively implemented to get rid of unroadworthy vehicles and apprehend rogue drivers and riders.
Generally also, even outside trade-related matters, roadblocks are not, the way we are doing them are not a modern way of securitizing the highways. And therefore, we are having a discussion on how we can again clean that space, because putting spikes in the middle of a highway looks even untidy. It's a bit untidy, it looks a bit, yeah. And that's how we've done it all over the years. So we are looking at how even those checkpoints can be a bit more presentable. Number two, we also only retain the checkpoints that are critical for our national security. And members, you may want to know.
In recent days, over 20 Kenyans, including students, have lost their lives in accidents across the country. Reporting for Hope TV News Watch, my name is Nelias Wanjiru.